building your base from prone position. So let's say my opponent gets me broken down flat. I got to get into prone position quickly, get my elbows in, my head up, and use my hands, my wrists, my forearms, my elbows to push my chest and shoulders far away, keeping my elbows in and my hands out. This is proper prone position. When I'm flat, I'm like this. The only thing I want to concentrate on is getting to prone position. Get to prone position, get to prone position. After I get to prone position, now I'm going to improve my position by going to my base. If my opponent is riding on my left hip, then I'm going to base out with my right knee, right? So I'll put my right knee up to 3 o'clock. I can dig the rubber of my toe in the mat here. From here, I'm pushing my head into my opponent, and I'm gonna walk on my forearms to my left, towards my opponent. As I do that, my left leg, the inside leg, I'm gonna raise my toe off the mat about a quarter of an inch so that my toe doesn't get stuck. I'm walking on my forearms to my left with my left toe a little bit off the mat. What's gonna happen now, I'm walking back into my hip. Now, I'm almost in referee's position. The only thing is I'm on my elbows. Once I get here, so my hips are in the air, now I'm going to push backwards with my hands until I'm in referee's position. So the important thing to note about this is that I'm not pushing straight back, that I'm walking on my elbows, also that I'm making a quarter turn towards my opponent. So this is what it looks like with my opponent. So my opponent breaks me down flat. I'm here. He just did a tight waist chop or whatever. I'm here. From here, the only thing I want to concentrate on is getting to prone position. I'm going to seal off the inside, get my head up, use my hands, my wrists, my forearms, my elbows to push my chest and shoulders far away. I'm going to block him with my head. He's riding on my left side. That means I'm going to base out with my right knee. Next thing I'm going to do, keeping my elbows in, I'm going to walk towards my opponent. My upper body is going to move into my opponent, but I'm going to use my elbows and forearms to walk towards him. So my right elbow goes in towards my left elbow goes away from my right elbow. Now I'm moving into him. As I do that, my left toe, the inside toe, is off the mat so it doesn't get stuck. And I'm pushing myself into my left hip. As I'm rotating around, pushing myself backwards and into my left hip. Now I just made a quarter turn. From here, I'm going to use my hands to push myself straight back. Now I'm in referee's position. So if my opponent were on the other side, all right, he breaks me down flat. From here is only one thing I want to think about. You need to think about sealing off the inside, getting in a proper prone position. Seal off the inside, putting my elbows in, got to have my hands out, otherwise the referee will call me for stalling. Use my hands, my wrists, my forearms, my elbows to push my chest and shoulders away, keep my chest up high. I'm going to base out with my outside knee, in this case it's my left knee. Now I'm going to walk into my opponent and using my elbows are going to be walking, elbows and forearms. My inside toe is going to be a quarter of an inch off the mat so it doesn't get stuck. I'm going to walk towards and back, towards and back, towards and back, towards, inside, towards my opponent and back until I get to here. My hips are in the air, my elbows are on the mat. Now I'm just going to walk my hands, use my hands to push myself backwards until I'm in referee's position. And now I'm going to go into my offense from here, my counter offense from here.